Okay, so now for this video, the topic, this video will be called "You Have to Be Aware." And what basically made me come up with this topic is that being aware is, probably the most important part, if not the most important part of this human experience. And now, when I say being aware, I don't mean just of your surroundings, and what's going around. I also mean to be aware of your emotions, other people's emotions, other people's thoughts, your actions, and your patterns. And now, when it comes to emotional awareness, pay attention to. Now, why would she want to pull up right next to me out of all spots? She want to pull next to me, but pay attention to your emotional awareness and how things make you feel, and pay attention to. Oh my God, she distracted me, bro. Like, why would you want to pull out this big ass parking lot? Why would you pull next to me? Like, okay, now back to the main topic. So, pay attention to your emotional awareness. And to do that, pay attention to how you feel on a day-to-day basis. Whether you're depressed, insecure, or anything of that nature, and recognize where those thoughts come from and how to eliminate them. So, another thing I would say is different levels of awareness. One, self-awareness, situational awareness, emotional awareness, like I just, spoke on, and present moment awareness. So now we're going to move to situational awareness. This is probably my favorite one, level of awareness. Pay attention to the signs. Pay attention to what's going on around you. Pay attention to body language, how people talk, the tone in people's voices, and things like that. I say recognize your habits and your patterns. Once you become aware of your habits and your patterns, then you'll recognize if you have unhealthy patterns and how to stop them, or how to switch up your habits. Also, I say think before reacting. Before something, or if somebody say anything or do anything, think before you react. Think on the consequences of your actions, or not even the consequences. Think on the result of your decisions. Where will they lead you if you decide to, take that action? Always listen. You get what I'm saying? Don't be aware of other people's opinion. Don't ever consider them, but also be aware of what other people think and how people feel, and recognize that. Don't ever just close yourself off to other people and what they say or what they feel. And then also to be aware to learn from your experiences too. Don't just learn. Not don't just learn, but don't just go through some shit and say it messes you up. And don't take that experience for granted, or don't ever look at the experience as if it was worthless, or as if it was unnecessary. Always learn from that experience, instead of going through it again. Learn what you could do better in another situation, anything of that nature. So, and also when it comes to being aware, it's not about knowing everything, because you're not absolutely going to know everything. You're not going to know people's intentions. You're not going to know what's going to happen. You probably have a sense of awareness, but it's not about knowing everything. It's about recognizing patterns and people behavior patterns. And once you become truly aware, you'll become unstoppable. Because me personally, that's how I feel. Once I became truly aware, 100% aware of my surroundings, couldn't nothing hold me back, couldn't nothing slow me down, and couldn't nothing stop me. Yeah, things will mess me up emotionally, but I'll learn how to take that situation, learn from it, and move on so I don't have to experience it again. But that's pretty much it for this video. If you liked it, comment, subscribe, share it, and I appreciate you for listening.